best player on every NBA team in history. Every franchise has one name etched in greatness. The player who carried the city, shattered records, and became a legend.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God has ever created.
Again, here's Curry for the record. It's good! Jordan, a great defender at three. Curry sidestep, Curry drive, Curry flip, Curry good!
Not just for the team, but for the game itself. But who stands above the rest for each NBA team? From dynasties to underdogs, we're digging into the hardwood history to reveal the greatest player to ever wear each jersey. This isn't opinion, it's legacy. Let's tip off. Los Angeles Lakers, Magic Johnson. The lights of Los Angeles have always been bright, but in the 1980s, one man made them sparkle with a little extra magic.
Magic, he's got it with authority, and out of the backcourt, everybody is authoritative. Magic behind the back. No look pass, score underneath.
Irvin. Magic Johnson changed the game the moment he stepped on the court. His smile was wide, but his vision was wider. He could see passes before they happened.
Are you still close with Michael Jordan, or were you ever close with Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan and I are friends, and I call him all the time because I like his brand Jordan sneakers and his clothes.
He danced, dished, and dazzled. In a city made for stars, Magic wasn't just part of Hollywood. He was the main event, but the story wasn't always perfect. At the height of his powers, Magic stunned the world by announcing he had HIV. Many thought it was the end, but Magic didn't stop. He returned. He taught the world about courage, and even more about life off the court. His greatness wasn't just in championships, it was in how he inspired millions to keep going. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. Every legend has a shadow. Michael Jordan cast one so long, no one has ever stepped out of it. Chicago wasn't known for greatness before he arrived.
Michael Jordan has been interviewed 1,000 times, and I was trying to think of a fresh angle to ask him about his athletic skill, and I came up with one.
But once he did, the city transformed. Every night, fans packed the stadium, knowing they were about to witness something unforgettable. His dunks were violent, his shots cold as ice, but his will to win, that was unmatched. Jordan didn't just want to beat you, he wanted to break you. 6 championships, 2 retirements, 1 return, and countless stories of dominance. Jordan didn't just define an era, he became basketball's measuring stick. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James. He was just a kid from Akron, but he carried the weight of an entire city from the moment he was drafted. LeBron James was more than just Cleveland's hope. He was their only hope. Year after year, he took them further, higher, closer. But the story took a dark turn. He left. The decision, Miami. Cleveland burned his jerseys. They cursed his name. But then, he came back, older, wiser, more determined than ever. And in 2016, he delivered the impossible. Down 3-1 against the mighty Warriors, LeBron led the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. That night, he didn't just win a championship. He gave Cleveland its soul back. Golden State Warriors is Stephen Curry. For years, Golden State was forgotten. A team with talent, but no real legacy. That changed when a skinny kid from Davidson walked through the door.
The ball is not the problem with Steph Curry. He's the fucking problem. Steph is most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball, which is not many guys all time in our league that's most dangerous without the ball. I'm telling them, listen, guys, I've been in more than enough wars with those guys.
Stephen Curry didn't look like a superstar, but he played like he belonged in another universe. He didn't just shoot threes, he rewrote the rules of the game. No shot was too far, no moment too big. He turned warm-ups into viral sensations. And when defenses tried to stop him, they found out you can't guard Magic. 4 rings later, Steph is more than just the face of the Warriors. He's the man who turned the league upside down. Boston Celtics, Larry Bird. The NBA once needed saving. Fans were turning away. The magic was fading. Then came Larry Bird, a quiet kid from Indiana with a deadly jump shot and an even deadlier stare. He didn't talk much, but he played with a fire that burned through cities. Boston had always been about pride, but Bird gave it swagger. His battles with Magic Johnson lit the league on fire. Together, they brought basketball back to life. Bird wasn't flashy, but every time the Celtics needed a bucket, a steal, or a miracle, he was there. He made hustle look like poetry. He didn't just win games, he willed them into existence. In Boston, Larry Legend wasn't a nickname. It was a promise kept. San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan. He didn't scream. He didn't dance. He didn't make headlines. But Tim Duncan won, over and over again. San Antonio isn't a loud city, and neither was he. But that's what made the match perfect. They called him the Big Fundamental because he never made mistakes. He played with calm, grace, and a quiet rage. 5 championships, countless memories, and a legacy built on doing things the right way. In a league of noise, Duncan let his game do all the talking. Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki. He came from Germany. Tall, awkward, and unsure. But inside, Dirk Nowitzki was a warrior waiting to wake up. Dallas believed in him when others didn't.
Here to administer the test, please welcome 12-time NBA All-Star from your very own Dallas Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki.
And he gave the city everything. For over 20 years, he stayed. Through losses, through heartbreak, through close calls. But in 2011, it all came together. Dirk led the Mavericks through a playoff gauntlet, defeating super teams, rewriting history, and finally lifting the trophy he had waited so long for. He didn't build a dynasty, he built loyalty. And for Dallas, that meant more than anything. Philadelphia 76ers, Allen Iverson. He was small, defiant, explosive, and he changed the culture of the NBA forever. Allen Iverson brought hip-hop to the hardwood, but he brought heart too. Every game he played like he had something to prove. Because he did. People doubted him. They criticized his style, his attitude, his size. But no one could question his game. In 2001, Iverson led a team of underdogs to the finals against a loaded Lakers squad. He didn't win the title, but he won respect. And that mattered more to him than anything. He showed the world that toughness wasn't always about height, it was about heart. Iverson didn't just play the game, he reshaped its soul. He wasn't built to fit in, he was born to stand out. Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He arrived in Milwaukee with barely anything. A skinny teenager from Greece, unknown, unpolished, unfinished. But what no one knew was that inside Giannis was a giant in waiting. He grew physically, emotionally, spiritually. And when the world was ready, he unleashed it all. In 2021, he delivered a finals performance for the ages. 50 points in the deciding game, a title for a small market, and a new hero for a new generation. Giannis didn't chase the spotlight. He built his own. And Milwaukee followed him into greatness. He stayed when others would have left. He chose loyalty over legacy chasing, and in return, he became immortal in Milwaukee. Miami Heat, Dwyane Wade. The Heat had no real legacy, no true identity. Then came Dwyane Wade, flashy, fearless, and full of heart. From his rookie season, it was clear he was going to be special. But it was in 2006 that he became legendary. Down 2 games in the finals, Wade took over, possessed, unstoppable. In 6 games, he shattered records and delivered Miami's first championship. Later, he welcomed LeBron and Bosh, helping form one of the most dominant trios in history. But Wade's greatness wasn't just in rings. It was in the way he carried himself. Loyal, humble, fierce. He was the Heat. But even among stars, Wade's fire burned brightest. He wasn't just Miami's leader. He was its identity. And every time he fell, he got up harder, faster, stronger. Houston Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon. Footwork like a ballet dancer, hands like a sculptor, and eyes like a hunter. Hakeem Olajuwon was poetry in motion. He didn't just block shots, he destroyed hopes. He didn't just score, he spun around giants like they weren't even there. When Jordan left the league in the mid-90s, Hakeem took over. 2 championships, dominance on both ends, and respect from everyone who faced him. The dream didn't chase fame, he chased perfection, and in Houston, he found it. Oklahoma City Thunder, Kevin Durant. Before the drama, before the debates, Kevin Durant was just a kid with an unstoppable shot and a dream. In OKC, he rose fast, slim, silent, lethal. He led the Thunder to the finals. He won MVPs. He inspired a city still grieving the loss of its old team. Then came the twist. Durant left for Golden State. Many felt betrayed, but looking back, it was in OKC where he became KD, a once-in-a-generation scorer, a man who could drop 40 in his sleep. And though his path took him elsewhere, his roots, they'll always be in Oklahoma. Legends aren't made by luck. They're built through blood, sweat, buzzer beaters, and the undying love of their fans. From Jordan in Chicago to Dirk in Dallas, greatness leaves a mark that never fades. Did your favorite player make the list? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe to watch more on the moments and players that shaped the NBA. Because in the world of basketball, history never stops dribbling.